It's 7 a.m. and hundreds stand in long queues outside an exam center in a Delhi suburb, eager for a civil service exam to begin. 21-year-old Pramod Curry is among the 5 million applicants competing for just 40,000 vacancies in the police force. The stakes are so high that he hopes no cheating is allowed during the test.
Whoever gets a government job, his future is secure. I've toiled for 2 years. I really don't want the question paper circulated and leaked. I don't want the test to get cancelled. All my hard work will be wasted.
Over 40 exam leaks have taken place in the past 5 years, and it has affected over 10 million applicants. Among them is Mohit, who has spent 5 years preparing for the police services exam, which got cancelled in 2024 over leak concerns.
After taking the exam, I was confident I would pass. When I heard my test was cancelled, I was devastated. My parents' dreams were crushed too. It's that kind of pain where you want to cry, but you can't in front of your family. It makes me angry at the government. We take these exams with hope, then realize the entire system is rotten. They can't even conduct an exam fairly.
After losing his trust in public exams, he now runs a small fast food shop. Mohit's story is not unique. Exam leaks are rampant, with the northern state of Rajasthan being the epicenter, witnessing 14 in just 4 years. Students use different cheating methods, from bribing exam staff to buying question papers from the printing press. To tackle this crisis, a special investigation team was formed. Currently, they're looking into over 100 cases of cheating.
The number of job seekers is much higher than the available jobs. In the last few years, the government didn't tackle these leaks, so they increase, with more gangs proliferating. Now around 250 people have been arrested, and the masterminds are behind bars.
They're investigating a case of proxy candidates, fake test takers who sit in exams on behalf of others.
He had someone else take the exam for him and then qualified, securing a government job through fraud. After receiving a complaint, we found inconsistencies in his signatures, and a case has now been filed against him.
With over 42% of university graduates under 25 unemployed across the country, experts believe it to be the driving force behind this craze.
Our problem in the economy is that policymakers have not seen employment as the goal. They have really just seen GDP growth as a goal. And that's the wrong way of looking at it, because our GDP growth has not created good quality jobs.
In 2024, India introduced a law imposing up to 10 years in prison and fines up to $100,000 for exam fraud. While penalties may deter some, experts argue that the long-term solution lies in greater job creation.
We're going to talk more about this government exam fraud now with France 24's Navadita Kumari, who joins me live from Delhi. Navadita, let's talk a bit more about this corruption. I mean, are we talking about just these fake test takers, for example, we saw in that report, or are there other kinds of corruption?
Yeah, well, corruption in Indian exams is widespread, multi-layered, multifaceted, and it is affecting all kinds of exams, from school exams to government recruitment jobs to engineering, medical, school entrance exams to even government, within the government departments. In fact, today Indian media reported 2 cases of examination frauds, one in the railways and the other in Haryana school examination in the neighboring state of Delhi. So it is all happening because there is a thriving exam industry which is being run by organized criminals who offer a range of services in exchange of millions of dollars. I mean, this industry is worth millions of dollars, and for thousands of dollars they offer different kinds of services, from buying examination question paper, like you saw in the report. They can provide question paper in advance, and they can bribe examination staff. They can also buy papers from printing press and even provide you an impersonator. So because of all this, examination in India have been faced by a recurring problem of corruption, cheating and fraud, and we have all grown up hearing about examination scandals.
So what are the main reasons behind this widespread corruption when it comes to exams? And I mean, who are the real victims of this?
In simple terms, the competition is too high. There are too many number of candidates vying for very limited number of seats. And also most of the examination leaks are happening in government jobs because the youth of India is obsessed with government jobs, and for all the good reasons. They provide lifelong job stability, security, perks and benefits like health, insurance, pensions. And on the other hand, economists blame the imbalanced growth of the Indian economy for not creating enough jobs in the private sector and not being able to absorb educated Indians who join the workforce every year. Annually, there are around 5 million educated Indians joining the workforce. And that's why we see that for a single government job post, there are 80 to 100 people applying. And hence, there are so many leaks. They want to get into that job at any cost. In fact, an Indian newspaper, the Indian Express, reported that between 2019 and 2023, there have been 41 cases of examination leaks in the government jobs, affecting 140 million candidates across 15 states in India. And in all this, the real victims are really the candidates who prepare for years, and most of them are coming from low income and rural background with limited resources. And that's why when any exam is cancelled or leaked, it's a huge economic burden on them, and it emotionally and mentally drains them, as we also saw that in the report.
No, we certainly did. And there is an existing law now in India to try to prevent some of this fraud. How effective has that been in addressing the issue so far?
So there have been laws in India for decades against cheating and impersonating, and thousands have been arrested linked to such cases. But it was only last year that the government framed a very stringent law called the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means, which mandates jail terms from 3 to 10 years and fines from $12,000 to $100,000. But experts and critics argue that these punishments are not going to deter those who are involved in cheating, and there has to be found a consolidated effort and from all the agencies of the government and society to stop examination fraud. One other aspect which is very important is also the families and society. They see government job as a status symbol and an indicator of success, and that's why the students are in a lot of pressure, and they even if they cheat, the families kind of see it as a normal behavior, and that's why it keeps on happening. And so it's the combination of societal pressure and systemic issues, and also lack of creation of jobs in private sectors that is leading to and keeping this exam industry booming in India.
Navedita, thanks for that. That's Navedita Kumari with that update there from Delhi.